There is a dangerous feeling that almost every human experiences. The feeling of being productive without actually moving forward. You organize your files. You clean your workspace. You watch videos about improving yourself. You create the perfect plan. You make a beautiful to-do list. And at the end of the day, your brain says, I did a lot. But when you look closer, the important task is still untouched. The goal is still exactly where it was yesterday. This creates one of the biggest psychological traps in modern life. The brain can mistake activity for progress because the human mind does not naturally reward what creates the biggest results. It rewards what feels like movement. A small completed task creates satisfaction. A difficult, meaningful task creates uncertainty, and the brain has always preferred certainty. The problem is, the things that make you feel productive are not always the things that make you successful.
Psychologists describe this through concepts like completion bias and dopamine-driven reward loops. The brain loves completion. A finished task creates a sense of closure. It tells your mind, something has been achieved. But the brain does not always understand the difference between a small win and a meaningful win. Checking 5 easy tasks off a list can feel better than completing one difficult task that actually changes your future. This creates a dangerous pattern. You start choosing tasks based on emotional reward instead of importance. Answering messages feels easier than building something. Researching feels easier than creating. Planning feels safer than executing. Because planning gives you the feeling of progress without the risk of failure. Your brain gets the reward before the real work begins.
In psychology, researchers have studied how humans value immediate rewards compared to delayed rewards. This is connected to present bias. The brain naturally gives more importance to what is happening now. A reward today feels more powerful than a bigger reward later. Imagine 2 buttons. One button gives you a small reward instantly. Another gives you a much bigger reward after months of effort. The logical mind understands the second option, but the emotional brain is attracted to the first. This is why checking notifications feels satisfying, why watching productivity videos feels motivating, why reorganizing your workspace feels like progress. The reward arrives immediately, but the real transformation is delayed. The brain chooses the quick signal of achievement instead of the slow reality of achievement.
But modern life has made this problem much worse, because now there are endless ways to feel productive without doing meaningful work. Apps give you progress bars. Platforms give you numbers. Notifications give you small victories. Everything is designed around tiny moments of completion. Your brain receives hundreds of small rewards every day. But deep work does not work like that. Building skills, creating businesses, learning difficult subjects, improving yourself. These require long periods where progress is invisible. And the brain hates invisible progress. A plant growing underground looks like nothing is happening, but underneath, the entire system is changing. Human growth works the same way. The problem is we live in a world where we constantly see the surface, so we start chasing visible activity instead of invisible development.
The solution is not doing more tasks. The solution is separating activity from impact. Before starting something, ask, does this move my life forward, or does it only make me feel busy? The second principle, measure outcomes, not effort. A person who spends 5 hours organizing is not necessarily more productive than someone who spends 1 hour creating something valuable. The third principle, protect your highest value work. Your most important tasks should receive your best mental energy, not the leftover energy after distractions. A strong productivity system is not a bigger checklist. It is a filter.
a filter that removes meaningless movement and protects meaningful progress. This is the foundation behind systems like Prioro, helping people design their priorities around how the human brain actually works, not around endless tasks, around real outcomes. The most dangerous productivity trap is not doing nothing. It is doing everything except what matters. A person can spend years improving their systems without ever improving their life. Because progress is not measured by how much energy you spend, it is measured by what changes because you spent it. The brain loves the feeling of movement, but your future is built by direction. Sometimes the most productive thing you can do is stop. Ask yourself, is this creating progress or just creating the feeling of progress? Subscribe for more deep dives into behavioral mechanics.